All right, diving right in. Today we're tackling Brian Tracy's The Psychology of Achievement.
Oh, a classic.
Yeah, and we're going deep, folks. First 6 cassette tapes, ready to unpack all that wisdom.
That's a lot of Tracy.
It is. But he's the guy, the legend. And this book, it's not just about getting pumped up, it's about understanding yourself, getting that foundation right.
Like knowing how your mind works so you can work it better.
Exactly. And he starts strong right out the gate. Cassette one, boom, self-concept. It impacts everything, he says. Calls it the law of expectations.
Like what you expect is what you get.
Exactly. It's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy, but for your whole life.
So like if you expect to fail, you probably will.
That's the idea. And get this, he breaks down expectations into 3 types. What you expect from yourself,
Okay, makes sense.
what others expect from you, and then what you expect from others.
Oh, that's interesting. I hadn't thought about that one.
Right. So there are all these expectations flying around everywhere, but then Tracy brings in this concept of the 4 basic human freedoms, and it all kind of comes together.
Okay, I'm listening.
Freedom from fear, freedom from anger and guilt, freedom from worry, and get this, freedom to love.
Wow, that's powerful stuff.
Right, like those are the non-negotiables. To him, those are the key to a positive self-concept.
It's like you got to build that inner peace before you can really achieve anything out there.
Exactly. It's like step 1, get your mind right. So I got to ask you, listening right now, what expectations are you carrying around? Are they helping you or holding you back? Something to think about.
Big questions.
Okay, moving on to cassette 2, and Tracy keeps the momentum going. He's all about accepting responsibility, no blame game here.
Like owning your mistakes.
Owning your whole life, 100%. He's adamant that if you're blaming others, you're just setting yourself up for unhappiness.
Makes sense. If you're always pointing the finger, you're not looking at yourself.
Right, and he digs even deeper, connecting this idea of responsibility back to childhood, saying that the balance of love and criticism we got back then, it shapes how we react to things now.
Oh, interesting. Like those early experiences really stick with us.
They do. He even gives this mantra, I am responsible, like repeat it, believe it, and watch how your actions change.
Like rewiring your brain, right?
Yeah.
To break free from that victim mentality.
Exactly. Now, cassette 3 is where things get really interesting because Tracy dives into this idea of programming your mind for success.
I like the sound of that.
Right. And he lays down this law of belief. Basically, your beliefs, they literally create your reality. Change your beliefs, you change your life.
Okay, that's deep. But how do you actually do that?
He doesn't leave us hanging. He gives 3 techniques: visualization, autosuggestion, and surrounding yourself with high achievers.
Visualization, that's like mentally picturing yourself succeeding, right?
Exactly. Autosuggestion is all about feeding yourself positive affirmations like, I am confident, I will succeed, that kind of thing. And surrounding yourself with high achievers, well, their energy, it rubs off on you.
So like build your own success squad.
Yeah. And you know what else he suggests? Dedicate the first hour each day to personal development.
Whoa, that's commitment.
It is. But imagine it, coffee, sunrise, you're setting the tone for your whole day, like consciously choosing to invest in yourself. Think you could do that?
I mean, it makes you think about your own morning routine, right? Maybe I could squeeze in some visualization or some affirmations.
Even a few minutes can make a difference. Small steps, big impact.
Love that. Okay, what's next?
Cassette 4, we're getting down to business goal setting. Tracy's main point here is we all have the potential to achieve amazing things, but fear of failure or just plain lack of direction often holds us back.
I think we've all been there.
Right. And he doesn't just say set goals.
Right.
He lays out this whole 11-step process. Write them down, set deadlines, figure out what's standing in your way, what resources you have. It's like a roadmap to get you where you want to go.
I like that, a roadmap. So it's not just about dreaming, it's about actually making a plan.
Exactly. And he shared this crazy stat. Only 3% of adults actually have written goals. But those 3%, they achieve significantly more than everybody else. So putting pen to paper, it matters. What goals have you been carrying around in your head? What would happen if you actually started working towards them?
I'm definitely feeling inspired. Okay, what's next on the agenda?
Cassette 5, and this one's all about your secret weapon, your subconscious mind.
Ooh, mysterious.
It is. Tracy says it's this 2047 problem-solving, decision-making powerhouse just waiting to be tapped into. It's like a supercomputer in your head.
So how do we tap into that?
He gives us some techniques: deep relaxation, visualization again, and a systematic approach to problem solving. And he's got this method called the 20 idea method.
The 20 idea method. What's
So
that?
you basically force yourself to come up with 20 solutions to a problem. Sounds tough, but it pushes you past those obvious answers.
And that sparks some real creativity.
Exactly. Think about a challenge you're facing right now. Could using one of these techniques help you? Maybe even that 20 idea method. Worth a shot, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got to be getting close to the end of this batch, right?
Last one for this part, cassette 6. And here, Tracy tackles something we all deal with, relationships. He calls it superior human relations.
Okay, I'm all ears. Relationships can be tricky.
He's got this simple but powerful idea. The key to amazing relationships is raising the self-esteem of others.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's not just about being nice, it's about actively making others feel good about themselves.
Exactly. And he breaks it down into 2 actions, acceptance and appreciation. Acceptance meaning valuing people for who they are, no judgment, no strings attached.
Makes sense.
And appreciation is all about recognizing their strengths, acknowledging their contributions.
And what about, like, negative feelings?
Yeah.
Jealousy, for example.
He even talks about jealousy, says it often stems from low self-concept. His advice, don't get stuck in that negative spiral. Instead, focus on your own growth. Celebrate the success of others.
So it's a mindset shift. Instead of seeing other people's success as a threat, see it as inspiration.
Exactly. And you know what? He ends this cassette with a challenge. Today, make a conscious effort to raise the self-esteem of someone you interact with. Think about the ripple effect that could have. Just a simple act of kindness, but it could make a big difference.
I love that. Okay, so we've covered 6 powerful principles from the psychology of achievement so far. Building a positive self-image, taking responsibility, programming our minds for success, setting clear goals, unlocking that creative potential, and fostering strong relationships.
Phew, that's a lot. I'm feeling motivated already.
And this is just the beginning. We've got 6 more cassettes to unpack in our next deep dive.
We do. But for now, let these ideas sink in. What resonated with you the most? What one action can you take today to start applying these principles? Ready to dig into the second half of the psychology of achievement?
I'm ready. We laid some serious groundwork last time.
We did, and now we're going to see those principles in action.
Time to get practical.
Exactly. Cassette 7, Tracy jumps right into time management.
Essential skill, right?
Absolutely. And it's funny, right? We all have the same 24 hours, but some people just seem to get so much more done.
Like, what's their secret?
Tracy's not about doing things faster. He's about doing the right things.
Okay, yeah. Prioritize.
Exactly. Figure out your most valuable activities, the ones that really move the needle toward your goals.
That makes sense. Focus on what really matters.
Right. And he talks about this, the 80-20 rule or the Pareto principle.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. 80% of your results come from 20% of your effort.
Think about that for a second. Are you spending 80% of your time on things that only contribute 20% to your goals?
Wow. That really puts things in perspective.
Right. It's like, got to be ruthless with that to-do list. Prioritize those high-impact activities. Learn to say no to the rest.
Easier said than done sometimes.
True. But Tracy's all about taking control of your schedule, not letting it control you. He suggests making a daily to-do list, ranking tasks by importance and urgency.
Love a good list.
Right. And then tackle the most important ones first, even if they're the toughest. That's where his eat the frog first analogy comes in.
Get the big, ugly task out of the way early.
Exactly. Beat that procrastination, build momentum.
Love it. Okay, what's next?
Cassette 8, and this one's about courage and persistence.
2 sides of the same coin.
You got it. Tracy's convinced that fear is the biggest thing holding us back.
Fear of failure, maybe?
Could be, but
Yeah.
he doesn't say fear is bad. He says develop your courage.
Learn to overcome it.
Exactly. I love how he defines courage. It's not about being fearless. It's about acting in spite of your fear.
Yeah, pushing through it.
He even says, practice acting as if you're courageous. That can help you build real courage.
Like, fake it till you make it, but for bravery.
Exactly. Step outside your comfort zone. Take risks. And then along with courage, you need persistence.
Got to keep going, even when it's tough.
He really emphasizes this. Most successful people haven't had it easy. They've faced setbacks, failures, wanted to give up, but they kept going.
Determination is key.
It is. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a step on the path to success. Embrace the challenges, learn from them, keep moving.
Powerful stuff. All right, what's next?
Cassette 9, and this one gets down to the nitty-gritty. Personal finances.
Ooh, money matters.
They do. And Tracy busts this myth that financial success is all about luck. He's all about building solid habits.
Like what kind of habits?
Live below your means, save consistently, invest wisely. Those are his big three.
Smart advice.
He gets into budgeting, managing debt, even creating multiple streams of income.
So it's about taking control of your money.
Absolutely. Creating security, peace of mind. All right. Cassette 10 shifts gears to health and fitness.
Oh, can't forget that.
Right. Tracy's big idea here is that your physical well-being, it's the foundation for achieving anything.
Taking care of yourself is step one.
Exactly. Regular exercise, healthy eating, managing stress.
So it's not about looking a certain way. It's about feeling your best.
I love that. Fueling your success from the inside out.
I'm feeling inspired to hit the gym already.
Okay, what's next?
Cassette 11, character development.
Interesting. Like building good habits.
More like building a good character.
Yeah,
Honesty, integrity, fairness, kindness, compassion.
the qualities that make a good person.
And he says aligning your actions with your values, striving to be the best version of yourself. And the amazing thing, when you focus on these traits, it benefits everyone around you too.
Creates a positive ripple effect. Exactly. Okay, final cassette for this part. Cassette 12. This one gets a little deeper into spiritual development.
Okay, I'm curious.
He's not talking about religion, necessarily. He's talking about connecting to something bigger than yourself through nature, meditation, reflection.
Finding meaning and purpose.
He talks about gratitude, forgiveness, living in alignment with your core values, cultivating inner peace, that sense of belonging.
That's powerful stuff.
So we've covered a lot of ground. Time management, courage, finances, health, character, spirituality. It's a guide to living a successful life in every sense of the word.
It's not just about achieving goals. It's about becoming the best version of yourself in all areas of your life.
What are some key takeaways that really stand out to you?
I think for me, it's the emphasis on personal responsibility. We are in control of our lives. We choose our thoughts, our actions, our destiny.
And he gives us actual strategies, not just motivation.
Right. He shows us how to apply these principles.
Another big takeaway, mindset. Our beliefs and expectations, they can limit us or empower us. So true. A positive, growth-oriented mindset can overcome anything.
It's about shifting from I can't to I can, from focusing on problems to finding solutions.
And I love how Tracy emphasizes that all areas of life are connected. Success in one area spills over into others.
It's about striving for balance and fulfillment in all areas. Personal, professional, financial, physical, emotional, spiritual.
Now, for you listening, what resonates with you? What action can you take today to apply these principles?
Maybe you're inspired to set a new goal, create a financial plan, or start exercising.
Perhaps you're ready to work on a character trait or explore your spirituality.
The key is to take action. Start implementing what you've learned.
Remember, even small steps lead to big progress over time.
And as you embark on this journey of personal growth, remember, you're not alone. We're all in this together. Final part of our deep dive into Brian Tracy's The Psychology of Achievement. What a journey.
12 cassettes packed with wisdom.
It's amazing, how relevant it all still is. Right. Like he was talking about stuff that still matters today, all these years later.
It's like he tapped into something, something timeless about human nature. That drive to achieve, to grow, to make our lives mean something.
It's that desire to be better, right? To make a difference.
And I think that's what makes this book so powerful. It's not just about reaching your goals. It's about becoming the best version of yourself.
In every aspect of life.
And you know what else I really appreciate? How Tracy emphasizes that we're all connected.
Like our actions have a ripple effect.
Exactly. True fulfillment, it doesn't just come from personal achievement. It's about building strong relationships, giving back to our communities, making the world a better place.
Because at the end of the day, we're all in this together, right?
It's a good reminder, especially these days when there's so much focus on individual success.
Yeah. It's easy to get caught up in competition.
But Tracy reminds us that collaboration, compassion, those are essential too.
Makes you think.
It does. And speaking of thinking, as we wrap up this deep dive, we wanted to leave you with a final thought.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Something that builds on Tracy's work, but wasn't explicitly mentioned in the cassettes.
Interesting. Lay it on me.
It's the importance of cultivating self-awareness.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going with this. It's
Yeah.
not enough to just set goals and hustle, right?
Right. We've got to look inward, too. Examine our own beliefs, our biases, maybe even how our past experiences are holding us back.
It's about asking those tough questions. Like, what are my blind spots? What am I afraid of? Am I telling myself stories that aren't even true?
That's where the real growth starts. When you become self-aware, you can identify those areas where you need to work on yourself.
It's like shining a light on those hidden parts of your mind, right?
Right, exactly. Clearing out the mental clutter so you can reach your full potential.
Love that analogy.
Hmm.
So as you move forward from this deep dive, remember to embrace all of Tracy's principles. Setting goals, taking action, being persistent, but also embark on that journey of self-discovery.
Take some time to reflect on your thoughts, your beliefs, your behaviors. Where are you succeeding? Where might you be getting in your own way?
And remember, growth is a process. There's always more to learn, more to achieve.
Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through Brian Tracy's The Psychology of Achievement. It's been inspiring and insightful.
Absolutely.
And as you continue on your path of personal growth, remember, you're not alone. We're all in this together. Until next time, keep those minds sharp, those hearts open, and those actions in line with your dreams.